So last time we were together, which was forever ago, you guys had just demolished the purple worm nursery, in which you had finally gotten yourselves a purple worm egg, one of the ingredients needed to summon the demon lords together, and hopefully, battle royale style, they'll kill each other. You defeated a Fomorian. You defeated a purple worm. You defeated... Well, Ricard defeated himself. You then... in one of
the hardest enemy to fight.
It really is. Yourself, who knew? In one of probably the funniest and most glorious moments of this campaign, you then proceeded to follow Dr. Seuss's enchanted compass to the east, where you eventually settled for the night. Sephel, Seuss, Scylla, and Noban, your NPC companion and cleric. And during your night's watch, a strange bronze-like orb appeared, and through the investigation of you all, you determined that this was a randomly summoned item of aberrant-like origin that might be connected to a beholder, and specifically might have been conjured while it was sleeping. You eventually all got yourselves through a long rest and now face the continuing journey to locate this beholder in the hopes of getting its large central eye, one of the few ingredients you need. So you've all woken up, you've all completed a long rest, so all your spell slots and everything like that, you've got them. What do you do to prepare yourselves for the possibility of this future encounter?
I feel like Seuss, in a way of trying to deal with his grief over the death of his friend, is going to kind of hyperfixate on anything he might know about Beholder. So I'd love to run a check to see if Seuss can recall anything about Beholder or Beholder kin that might be useful to us while engaging with them.
Are you... Okay, I will give you the choice of Arcana or History.
Ooh, I'm gonna do History. That is a dirty 20 on History.
Okay. You know from your studies with other members of the Society of Brilliance that beholders are extremely arrogant, proud creatures that feel themselves or feel that they have no equals in the world other than other beholders whom they detest and will do anything to kill. They are known to be extremely paranoid. And to many that can seem like a form of madness. However, their intelligence is so alien that it's very hard to catch a beholder off guard. The other things you know is that their eyes, their multitude of eyes and their stalks have the capability of shooting rays that could harm or debilitate or even change the very landscape around you. And they are quite formidable in the way that if they should sleep, they could create other beholders. They could change reality with the whim of a thought in many ways. The last thing you know of is that they're very fond, at least the majority of them, of collecting treasures, but also slaves to do their bidding. And that's what you can kind of recall.
Excellent.
I think Scylla is supporting Sephel with whatever he's doing. I'm not really a thinker, so.
Yeah, I would probably be trying to get information similar to Seuss, but more, I guess, practical. Like, he's trying to recall the practical experience of having fought a Beholderkin before, and recall what things came in handy in that fight, and what things they dealt with.
Okay.
And how they might best prepare for this coming encounter.
Considering the way in which you described you want to learn or recall these things, I'm gonna ask that you roll a history check.
Sure. Okay. I'm not going to use a knowledge from a past life, because this is very explicitly knowledge from this life, and that feels wrong.
Thank you for being honest.
No backsies, huh? It's a total of an 11, but I rolled a natural 2.
Rip.
It's difficult to say. I imagine that you're all kind of like, as you're putting away your bedrolls and maybe kind of bringing out like coffee or water and stuff like that, you guys are kind of probably all discussing this. And as you are, the most prevalent thing that you can recall is their ability to fly. And I think you, in that moment, point out to Scylla that getting to fight it face to face could be very difficult for her.
Right.
And so finding Sam's face says it all. I know you can do everything, Scylla.
Thank you.
Just a reminder that getting up close to it could be difficult, and so be prepared for that possibility.
Does it fly or teleport?
It flies. From what we remember, or what I remember.
Okay.
Scylla, would you be willing to spend a little bit of time this morning showing Seuss a workout routine?
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
What muscle group are we targeting?
Delts, for sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Seuss delts. Okay.
Excellent. And so I'm using my expert student feature in order to gain athletic proficiency through Scylla.
Okay, I like it. Sure. How long do you guys spend working out?
Until Seuss cries.
Oh, shit.
So not very
Not
long,
long.
huh?
About 10 minutes in?
It's all 20-minute action. Nice. We love to see it.
We're gonna break the man before we fight.
Yeah, Scylla's just like, no problem. Cracks knuckles.
Easy.
Oh my god. It just made me think, has everybody seen Disney's El Dorado?
Yes.
Where it's Cortez on the boat and he's like, where you will be flogged, crack. And then you will be flogged some more, crack. And that's just Scylla like looming over Seuss.
Yeah.
We will work your delts, crack. And then we will work your delts some more.
When are we done? When you cry like bitch.
Oh man.
It's all coming together.
So you take that time, you thoroughly work your delts. Seuss is a puddle. I suspect Nobon gives you some light topical cream to help with the soreness. He's not going to waste a spell slot. And Scylla's just like, good. I feel slight warmth in my muscles. Not enough to warm me up, but like, I don't know. I guess we're walking. Any other preparations? Do you take time to go through your spells, Sephel? Do you load anything up left into your sword, Dr. Seuss, for your spell gems or anything the like? Do you guys discuss possible game plans or strategies knowing that it can fly, and what is Scylla gonna do, or are you guys just like, we gonna roll in and fuck it up?
I think we should discuss definitely the spell gems for Seuss, but then I would like to maybe review if we need to like change our attunements at all. I know we've got a
Now's
lot of
the time.
items. I don't know that it's like super useful, but the one thing that I could de-attune from is the timepiece. If we wanted to give that a go. But I would probably not, to be honest. I don't know that it's that useful.
Yeah, to me, for me, it's only useful if I pledge to Jublex, and I already am hearing voices all the time and seeing things.
Oh,
that
you're
aren't there.
seeing straight up shadow people.
Yeah,
I don't know
didn't
if I
you
need
just like
that too.
I think I hear you. I would also argue, what's one more voice?
I don't know. I forgot that Seuss got skull fucked by the Far Realm.
Oh,
So
And got 2 spells for it, and now
Yeah.
she's shadow people.
It's all
Oh
looked up,
yeah,
man.
I have you announced those spells yet, or was
It's not to you, bro.
yeah? I remember last recording you were like, I'm gonna figure out what those are.
Choosing it, yeah.
I have told Will.
Well, that's
Okay.
good.
He holds the merry secrets.
Okay, so then the other items that I wrote down, we've got a potion of cloud giant strength that I think I should not have because it's irrelevant.
Yeah, you're way stronger than that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It might
just
help
mentioning
Seuss if
someone-
he's swinging a sword, or if Sephel
Maybe.
decides to get freaky and
I kind of think you're
change
both
shit up.
you're both more advantageous to us at range with your magic personally, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of mid-range at this point because I have spells from Avant-Garde, I have spells from the Ring of Elemental Command,
Mhm.
and then a lot of my like tactical commander abilities I can channel essentially through you, Scylla, if you're up close and personal.
yeah.
The thing we really have to, I think, worry about in my mind is we gotta get that thing on the ground. Because if he's 100 feet up, it gets real difficult. And I know you have ways of getting yourself up there, but that puts you out of range for almost all of our
Yeah.
buffing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I had a thought.
Oh, please.
I'm thinking lasso.
Lasso
Yeah.
could work.
Ted
Lasso?
Lasso was a good show. I like the energy. I'm here.
I think lasso could be good.
Yeah, we could
Yank
do
him down,
lasso.
tie
We
him
could
down.
do get something on top of him, and I could magnify gravity to increase the weight and bring him down.
I have nets.
Trying to think if I have anything spell wise that could. I mean, other than gravity.
I can
I'm going through Nobon's spells and preparing and stuff like that for you guys, as I feel
Okay.
like he would.
Well, just so we don't spend a lot of time adjudicating this later, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring up? Let me bring up the description for Wall of Ice, which I can cast once per day through the ring. Because I have a bad idea.
Okay. All right, I have the description here before me.
You create a
Sealing
wall of
device.
ice on solid surface within range. You can form it into a hemispherical dome or a sphere with radius, blah blah blah. Each panel must be contiguous to another panel. The wall is perfect. Could I like ice cup him and then like have it drag him down? Like, is that?
So you're like make a dome over him that like the weight of it would hopefully drag him down. Is that what
Yeah.
you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking.
On a solid.
Well, do you have to
surface-
create the dome on a solid surface?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's the surface.
So here's what I would say: if there's a means of creating it where it's attached to a solid surface, but if the point, like, if you were to do it on like the ceiling of like the cavern
Yeah.
that you're in, and the sheer weight of it was like enough to get it to break off, or you got like Scylla to hit it and it broke and then collapsed on him, I would say that would work.
Okay.
I like
Um,
this.
Yeah,
So-
like I'm all for the creativity, but like it's saying you create a wall of ice on a solid surface within
Yeah.
range. Like if you created the focal point, it's just touching, just tap it. It's like a chandelier falling. I'm cool with that.
I like that.
I like
And
that.
we could-
That makes sense. It's like a solid 2 actions to attempt it.
And
It'll
gotta get 'em
hurt
in
too when it
place.
hits him. So like you're still doing a lot.
I like that.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I think once we get into contact with the freaky little guy, our number one thing is going to be getting him, like corralling him, which I think Sephel, you are rather ideally suited for.
I can drag him, certainly, yes. The one thing we have to be very careful of, we shouldn't target his main eye.
Yeah.
Right, because
We need that thing.
we need it
Yeah.
for the recipe.
And I don't think it was specified that the eye had to be like pristine condition. The egg did.
No,
I don't
yes,
remember
some
the
stuff
eye.
maybe.
Let's see here. The central eye of a beholder to break down magical resistances and overcome magical forces.
I have,
That's all it says.
in parentheses, whole
Yeah.
written next
Not jelly.
to it. Not jelly.
Yeah, that
Actually, oh, sorry.
might not do
Whole ass is what I wrote.
Smart. Yep.
Gotta get that whole ass eye.
Gotta have it.
Okay. I like
So-
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have stuff to work with.
It's a good strategy.
And
Very
then
nice.
what's the range I need to stay within you two?
For me, I would say, well, most of why you should stay near me is so I can get you out of dodge. So I would say like 180 feet max.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay closer up. I'm gonna stay around 30 feet from you if you're the front line, because most of my abilities are either 60 or 30 feet depending on what they are.
Sick.
So yeah, Sephel's got the long range, the close range. Me and Nobon are somewhere in the middle.
How's
Okay.
everybody feel on their preparations here? And I imagine this is like you guys are deep in this little cavern, talking it through. You're swapping gear, strapping down armor, leathering or like tying up your leathers, different things like that. How are we feeling?
Honestly, pretty good.
I'm just debating whether I need to stay attuned to the timepiece of travel.
What is your concern with no longer being attuned to it?
It's kind of a like GTFO, get out of jail.
Get out of
card.
jail free card? Yeah. I hear you. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And you are going up against a beholder, a classic horrible D&D creature.
The title
But
chains are
what's-
kind of nice though. If I can get them hooked.
Yep. Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
Like if I can like snag him and then.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean if mobility is our issue with this fight, I think we are at the level where we have options to GTFO that aren't super far teleportation.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm no longer attuned to the timepiece of travel. I'm gonna attune to the tidal chains
All right.
and put those.
You
on
heard it here, folks. It's
my
recorded.
friend.
No GTFO card.
And surprise, if we die, it was my fault.
Another one bites the dust. So if it's TPK, Brendan is just as responsible as I am.
TPK.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Listen,
I feel good.
listen. Just because I'm terrible at navigating the story doesn't mean you didn't write it. Don't pass the buck on to me.
Technically, Wizards of the Coast wrote it, but whatever. I've
I'll
just
pass
added
the buck.
flavor. Alrighty. So you guys are good. You're locked and loaded. You head out into the tunnels, and you continue to follow it eastwards. I'm assuming, Dr. Seuss, you've got your compass out, or are you just kind of surviving it?
I imagine that Seuss is leading with the compass in one hand and then the beholder ball relic thingy in the other.
Okay. Roll me a survival check at advantage as you begin navigating your way closer.
Alrighty. That is a 21.
You continue on for a mile, 2 miles, 4 miles, 6 miles, and you've been traveling almost now for a solid day. And as you finally start to reach that 11th mile traversed, and you're all starting to feel a bit tired because it's cramped. Remember, you are moving through a cave system. I imagine, Seuss, you're moving through this kind of tighter crevice. You're kind of looking back and telling the others, and as you push a hand against the wall, you feel that slime once again. And you pull it back and it sticks to it, and you look forward into the distance and you just see more and more of this kind of slime stuck to all of the cavern walls, and it's beginning to open up more and more so that you can all start to stand abreast of each other.
Seuss looks back. I believe we are getting closer. Be on guard.
As you all proceed forward, who's got the highest passive perception here?
Great question. Not me. 12.
I'm sitting on a 10.
Got 15.
So, Seuss, as you continue to kind of lead the group forward here, you get that shiver down your spine, in that feeling that the others quickly catch on to, you're being watched. And you turn your head to look this way and that, but you don't see anything, and that feeling continues to persist. And I actually need you all to roll wisdom saving throws as this feeling continues, and you begin to question what the hell you're doing here.
That's not good.
Let the games begin.
24.
You succeed.
15.
You succeed.
21.
Let's go.
Y'all manage to, I imagine you're all kind of it's all good. You check in with each other, you're it's nothing, no big deal. You all manage to kind of calm down. The anxiety begins to subside a little bit, and then I want all of you to roll me perception checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, have all of your characters had the highest perception?
I think so far.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Ooh, there you go.
12.
29.
18.
18. What'd you get, Andrew? I didn't hear you there.
29.
29.
Jesus.
Holy
Oh my
smokes.
god.
I'll just go home.
Get this guy out of here.
I see
Sussaro,
everything.
as you turn back around, as you've all very quickly discussed and calmed yourselves, you see one of those shadow figures, and it's walking on the wall beside you on all fours, but it's a humanoid body, so it just doesn't look like it should be walking that way, and it's got this tentacle-like dark face. And then you can see as it's it turns this mass of what you would assume is its head towards you, it points this abnormally long arm and extends a finger, and it seems to be pointing to further up the tunnel towards the opposite wall, so your wall to the right. And you look over there, and then you see it, and it disappears real quick. But you swear to all the gods that you saw a large eye watching you and then close and disappear.
My friends, continue on, but we We are observed. The
Scylla,
beholder is watching us.
when this starts, stay close to me for like 5 seconds.
How close?
Like
She like gets like right up next to you.
like that close.
I can do this.
She's got you pressed to the wall.
Jesus.
I will protect you, Sephel.
This is to protect you.
I do not need protecting. But
I
yes,
know.
I will stay.
It would make me feel better if you let me do this.
Ah, I understand. You are caring for my well-being. I will allow it.
All right.
Zeus just looks over at like the shadow creature and like kind of gives like a slow like shrug and then keeps walking.
It shrugs back at you. You continue on down this tunnel, and eventually you find yourselves at the top of a shaft, at which you find 2 iron pitons and a rope ladder that descends downward into the darkness. And I believe all of you have very good dark vision, so you look down and you see that this shaft descends about 100 feet before you see a bottom.
Is this where my one shot starts?
I don't know, does it?
Seuss, is this where we should begin our descent?
How's the compass pulling us at this point?
It's continuing to point to the east, which is the direction that you do face when you reach the shaft, but there are no other tunnels that lead eastward currently. And there is still all the slime on all these walls.
Here's a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to flip the compass vertically, does it point down?
Does it?
Roll me a D100.
The hands just fall off and plummet down the shaft.
It
35.
just shatters.
35? It actually does point down.
That's amazing.
Zeus just turns and looks at Scylla and just like gives like a slow, almost like regretful nod, like, yeah.
Does the tunnel go up as well, or is it only going down?
It only goes down.
Come, Scylla. We go either to our victory or our grave.
That's not your voice.
It's really not, but I'm loving it too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He just turns around, he looks like handsome Squidward, and he's like, Judge.
He starts quoting Henry. Like, what? Who are you?
Once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more. Okay, Seuss.
Those who stood with me on St. Christmas Day.
Don't make me get my shield out. I'll do it, damn it.
Sorry.
That's a Shakespeare joke, kids.
Get
I
some
don't
culture.
suppose you have a feather.
Because of past failures, I have plenty of them.
Shall we take a
never fall
fast
again.
descent?
You just want to jump and have me catch us at the bottom?
I think so.
Couldn't you get
Okay.
up?
You're not saying no.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't remember if I did this. No, when I plummeted from the bridge, I had no spell slots.
Yeah.
Because I
Fuck
vaguely
no, you
remember like trying Featherfall, and the hole was just so deep that it wouldn't have mattered. Do we see the bottom of this shaft?
Yeah, it's 100 feet deep.
Okay,
I told you,
all right.
you see the bottom. Yeah.
We do.
And
see bottom.
the rope
Alright,
ladder goes all the way down.
Great. Okay.
So, like, you could just climb, but if you want to jump. If you're feeling froggy, hey,
know-
listen, you know what? Would you,
You know-
jump if your friends asked you to jump off a cliff?
Yes.
I have an intelligence of 20. No, the fuck I would not.
You'll just fall.
I think We fireman slide down the ropes, and if we fall, I will catch us.
Oh, close enough.
I will go first, hopefully able to catch anyone who slides after me.
I jump on her back like Yoda.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I'll just carry Seuss on my back.
Okay. All right.
Just backpack style.
Are you sliding down this rope ladder, or are you climbing down it?
I'm going to wrap my hands in some kind of something, and then I will slide down.
What's the some kind of something?
Like a shirt. I don't know.
Okay. Hey,
It's
I
like
just want to know. Scylla just
I-
rips out the
Look.
undershirt from under the armor, wraps it around her fists, and clings. Make me a Constitution check as you slide down at advantage because you are using cloth to try and protect your hands.
I mean, I think we, jokes are all in the room with us, but I'm just saying, like, level 10 adventurers can still get rope burn. So
Absolutely. Hey, smart move, because I was going to make you roll this con check either way. You gave yourself advantage by being smart.
Okay, good. Because that was not a great roll. 19.
Oh, perfect. You slide all the way down to the bottom. Seuss, I want you to roll an athletics check at advantage to keep a hold of Scylla as you slide down.
Good thing I trained for this.
Yes.
Delts are rock hard right now.
Hard delts.
Yeah, that's 21 dog.
Hell
Ready
yeah,
to
you
go.
hold
Let's
on
go.
tight. Just all the way
Smooth
down
be
to
his
the
hands. Smooth be his hands.
bottom. Do you want Nobon to go next, Sephel, or do you want to go next?
I'll go last.
Okay. Nobon's attempts to
I
slide.
worry I made a mistake. I was supposed to stay within 5 feet of Sephel.
But you did.
No, I specified
The
when
room explodes. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
specified when everything gets started. Be close to me.
Okay.
You don't have to be like glued to me the whole time.
Nobon fails his check, even at advantage, in his cloth, his loincloth, that a little bit that he had tore. That's why he just didn't give himself enough. He burns his hands with 5 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Sephel, all right. You climbing down the 100 feet, or you sliding?
I am the most old fuddy-dud, ruining the fun, just slowly and carefully climb down.
Okay, make
Just
me an
like-
athletics check.
Forever.
He's all bones. He's got to take his time.
Yeah, it's gonna take
He just got his handicap
forever.
license, so you know.
That AARP is kicking it real well.
Nobon
what's-
yells up, "You have your life alert on!"
Help! I've fallen. I got a 0.
Oh
No
my
fucking
God.
way! Did you really?
This is
I rolled a
fucking
natural
bad.
1. I have a -1 to athletics.
Sephel, like, you get there, you get on it, and you're like, "I've got," and you
and that's
immediately begin
why
to
I was
fall.
ready to cast Featherfall.
Okay, so you do cast it.
You
I do cast
motherfucker.
Featherfall. What?
I said we could have done that in the beginning.
And it would have been far less hilarious.
Sephel
Comedic value, Sam. The comedic value.
You hear Lego Star Wars Sidious falling down a hole.
And then you just catch yourself. All right. You guys find yourselves now at the beginning of a much wider tunnel. It is about 30 feet across. And it does seem to kind of narrow, but this area, you actually see that there's like old broken wooden or like zirkwood crates and a little bit of spoiled food off to the side. And you can see that the tunnel leading eastward seems extraordinarily smoothly carved and well traversed. What do you do?
How does the compass look, Doctor?
Hey, Will, how's the compass look?
Do you lay it flat again, or do you keep it?
Yeah, I'll lay it flat. See which way it points.
It points down the tunnel.
And there we go. And I tarry forth.
As you begin
Onward.
to move further in, and the tunnel begins to narrow a little bit, you see a figure step away from one of the walls, suddenly appearing in front of you. They wear these long purple and gold embroidered robes. They stand about 5 feet 9 inches, bald head, stern look. They carry a staff with a winding red ribbon, and perched atop is a large eye. You see a couple of potion bottles strapped along their waist. You see in one hand they grasp a scroll. And the most outstanding feature of this individual is that on their forehead are tattooed 10 eyes. And this stern, darker complexioned man looks at you all and goes, "Why have you come?"
Hello, my name is Sussaro Gillen Abernathi Umbernut, and I'm here to see the beholder, please.
Do you wish to see the divine one?
Yes, I do.
And what is the purpose of your visit?
We wish to, make a request of them that will be of mutual benefit.
So, you therefore come to prostrate yourselves to the divine one, whose great power and knowledge shall grant you what you wish?
Yes. Yes.
How sincere is Dr. Seuss being here?
Not very. Low level. The sincerity is low.
Roll a deception check for me.
Meanwhile, Scylla's looking at Dr. Seuss like, what?
I feel like he started out like not like outright lying, but by the end of it, he's just like talking out his butt.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Okay.
19.
He looks at you for a moment and goes, "Very well. I'm Shadrach, and I shall lead you to our Lord Karazikar, where you will be granted your audience." And he slowly turns with his back to you all and begins to walk further down the tunnel.
Said Shadrach was his name?
Shedrach.
Shedrach. As we're walking, Sephel will call up, "Shedrach, how many disciples follow the divine as you do?"
He kind of looks over his shoulder as he continues to walk. "A great many. Do you care to join us?"
We will meet with him first. Then we will discuss our long-term relationship.
I think you will see the wise choice as I did in joining the great master. Come along.
I did not realize that we were coming down here in order to
Scylla.
meet the...
And he just locks, gives her the most loving, shut the fuck up look Sephel can give.
I feel as though I should think now and not speak.
He nods.
Okay, yeah.
So wise.
I'll just keep walking.
All right. Eventually, as you continue to follow Shadrach, you begin to find yourselves like you can feel almost this stale, cold air. And I'm going to move you all to a new map.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know when you all are looking at it.
I am looking. I see a tunnel.
Yep.
All right. You keep a pace, and eventually Shadrach comes to a large opening into which you can see a massive, smooth, cylindrical chasm that goes up into the air almost 100 feet, you reckon, before the light begins to dim, and then disappears far into the depths. And bridging this 100-foot diameter space, you see rickety rope and zirkwood ladders that crisscross and move from area to area. As you look down this chasm, you can see that there are holes that disappear almost like Swiss cheese holes that disappear into different parts of the cylinder, leading off to different areas. And the ladders seem to be connected both for ascending and descending by knotted ropes. And I'm going to reveal a little bit more of this space to you all.
Whoa.
Yo. We're gonna wish we had that feather.
It would seem that the
I have plenty, you're fine.
the terrain very much favors our foe here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shadrach leads you all to the edge here and turns and goes, "I will inform the master that you will be waiting for him. Excuse me." And he kind of waves his staff and he casts Fly on himself and then moves out to the center of the chasm and then almost does like a back trust fall and then descends deep into the pit.
That's sick.
What do you all do as you wait for Shadrach and this beholder, Karazikar, to arrive?
I'm going to do what I was going to do. I'm going to cast protection from evil on... or protection from good and evil on Scylla. So, for 10 minutes, or as long as I am concentrating, you're protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations are one of them. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If you are already charmed, frightened, or possessed, you have advantage on saving throws.
Okay, nice. Good spell. I'm trying to think if... Oh, yes. Noban is going to lean over and touch you, Dr. Seuss, and he's going to cast Shield of Faith, giving you a +2 bonus to AC. And then, eventually, as you all kind of prepare yourself, you see Shadrach begin to float back up out of the darkness and then land on one of these rope bridges that kind of crisscross the chasm. And then you all hear an odd voice call up from the deep. "Who has come to see the great Karazikar?"
Hello, my name is Sussaro Gildane Abernathy Umbernut, and I seek the great Kazakar to entreat him for our cause.
And I'll walk a little ways out on the rope ladder, or rope bridge.
Okay. "I do not give out what I know freely." I will say this voice, Dr. Seuss, Mr. Nut, you realize is calling out an undercommon, but some of the words, I think Sephel and Umbernut, you're smart enough to kind of pick this up. Some of the words he trips up by using deep speech and then like repeats the word with undercommon once again.
It's funny because that means I don't understand most of him, but when he slips into the deep speech, I do.
Well, we have a lot to offer, and our cause is to a mutual benefit. But we will welcome your assistance with this matter, if you would see fit to speak to us about it.
So you must have heard of my interests in the maze engine. Otherwise, I feel you would not have come here.
Yes, mighty and powerful Kazakar. We would come to see if the rumors are true, and that you are the one true master of the maze engine. And he whispers to the fell, "What's the maze engine?"
He said maze engine, and if I were to guess, it might be that machine that Baphomet was looking for.
Is this the same maze engine that is beset by a demon lord?
You have already betrayed yourself, Sussaro. For I am no master of the maze engine yet, and some filthy scum of a demon lord thinks he can take it from me. But it seems you do have some knowledge. Where is the maze engine?
And then you get to see this figure come floating up out of the darkness. It's about 4.5 feet in diameter, and this is all what your rolls had to do with how this beholder looks, by the way. It has a pebbled purple-blue skin with an extremely oversized red bloodshot iris and eye, or eye, I should say, with 2 irises, one a slit and one an oval. It has these thin but short ridged stalks like earthworm ridges. And it has an extremely large and wide mouth filled with human canine-like teeth.
Where is the maze engine? Tell me where and what you know.
And he floats up past you and then looms about a good 80 feet above you all. I'm gonna move him now to the token layer.
Sussaro slowly rotates back towards his friends.
Oh, guys, we are cooked.
Hey, I didn't say I moved out on that bridge. Don't suicide me.
If
He
you were
did that
whispering
on
to
his
each other,
own.
you totally were next to each other. Don't
All right.
bullshit. You were whispering from 30 fucking feet away.
I didn't say I whispered to him.
He said it.
So we know. Actually, we do know how to find that information. Your Greatness, we just would require one thing, from you, if that were to be the case. And Mr. Shedrack, and he's gonna walk out towards like the center.
What are you doing?
Well, there's well, actually, I was gonna say trust me, but I don't know what reason you would have to do that.
Oh my god.
Roll a persuasion check.
All alone out there.
in the darkness in
This
a
is why your
chasm
characters
on a
die.
rickety bridge.
Hey, it's a dirty 20, and I'm never alone. I'm forever haunted by specters beyond my comprehension.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
My friends
What
told me this was a
is-
good idea. No, not
Yeah.
you guys.
My
What is your request of me? I will entertain the thought of helping you.
Sorry, was that Kazakar or Shedrick?
That was Kazakar.
Kazakar.
Yes, but I was wondering, I just need... Would you perhaps be willing to engage in a staring contest with me down here, where my meager mortal form allows me to be, over here? Because my legs are very short.
Can you see my eyes?
Well, yes, but if they were down here, it'd be easy for me to see and also to do it. Could you
Do
come
you have
over
astigmatism or cataracts?
He has
I-
cataracts.
God,
Listen.
I'm so sorry for you. I've only heard of those problems from the slaves down below. Pitiable.
When you are 350 years old, you will wish you looked this... Oh. I mean, you perhaps will understand my astigmatism.
Do you not find my form appealing, sir?
And he's smiling at you like a Cheshire cat, too wide of a smile.
Zeus looks left and right, sees something to his right that there's absolutely nothing there. He nods a little bit, and then he looks back at Kazakar and licks his lips.
What is happening?
What fucking shadow are you talking to, and what are they telling you?
The shadows are next to him like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The shadow's like, bro,
no.
this is all you.
I did not
He's like-
say that, dude.
Dr. Seuss is looking up at Karazakar, and you can see shadow forms hanging from the stalks of him and climbing up and down the walls. They're moving around. It's fucking weird. And Karazakar goes,
I think I'll wait right here where I can see you just fine.
Very fair, very fair. Well, then I just have one simple request to make. Would it be possible for you to loan me your eye? In exchange, I will clear out the maze of the pesky demon and tell you exactly where it is. I just need your central eye to do it.
They say honesty is the best policy.
Indeed.
roll another persuasion check.
Bro's like, yeah, you can have it.
There's no reason it should be a 16, but it is.
My great. And it moves two of the stalks to caress its giant red eye. This eye, my glorious eye. You want me to loan it to you?
Yes. Would that be possible?
Well, you see, for that to happen, I would need to die.
And it's holding its stalks like this. And it's oh no, shucks. And he goes,
So unfortunately, Mr. Sussaro, it's a no.
and then he points one of his eye stalks, and a green ray blasts out, hitting the bridge below your feet, disintegrating it, and you begin to fall. Let's roll for initiative.
Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the episode. 2 quick announcements for you. You've already heard us say it 100 times. We have a Discord. What are you waiting for? Get in here. We have so many amazing like-minded DMs in there. A lot of players as well, people new to D&D. Some people have been in there a long time, and everyone's just having a nice time sharing tips, tricks, talking about one-shots, talking about Curse of Strahd, talking about Out of the Abyss, all the things. So definitely think about joining us. You can find the link to join our Discord at linktree.com/themadnesstable. You can also find our other social media links there, including our TikTok. And boy howdy, Andrew Walker has been killing it on TikTok, posting the most random mad memes you had ever seen. So definitely consider following us there as well. Lastly, if you've made it this far, consider leaving us a 5-star review in whatever podcatcher you're currently listening. 5-star reviews are instrumental in pushing us up the charts and getting us in new listeners, which is really what we're looking for to get the name out there. So consider doing that for us. We would be forever in your debt. But that's all for now. And we will see you in the next episode when...
Madness